Good evening, ma'am. This is my advocacy. Title: If I Were the President of the Philippines. If I were the President of the Philippines, my advocacy would focus on good governance, education, and care for the environment. I believe that a strong nation begins with honest leaders who truly serve the people, especially the poor and youth. Government funds should be used properly for school, hospitals, and disaster preparedness so that the Filipino can live with dignity. Will prioritize quality education because it's the key to ending poverty. Every child, whether on the city of the fact provinces, deserves safe. Lastly, I would advocate for environmental protection. The Philippines is rich in natural treasure, but this must be protected from abuse through strict laws, community cooperation, and discipline. We can reduce pollution, prevent floods, and ensure a safer future for the next generation. 5 literal statements. Number 1. The presidents enforce laws to maintain peace and order. Number 2. Education helps students gain knowledge and skills. Number 3. The government provides programs for poor families and poor. Trees help reverse floods and landslides. And lastly, number 5. Citizens vote to choose their leaders. Informative essay. In the past few years, flooding has become a serious problem in Cebu, affecting thousands of people. Streets become impassable, homes are ruined, many families are forced to evacuate while heavy rainfall is a nature cause. There is another factor that greatly worsens the situation: corruption. When money extended for flood prevention protect is not properly used, protective system fail. Understanding this issue is important, especially for students, because corruption directly affects public safety and community well-being. Reports from government and local agencies revealed that millions of pesos allocated for flood management in Cebu were either misused or not fully completed. Because of this, drainage system remain broken, waterways are not cleared, and flood barriers are properly constructed. In 1 year alone, tens of thousands of residents experienced severe flooding due of low quality protects. Three facts shows that corruption leads to weak infrastructure, making communities more vulnerable during storm. When public reports from government and local agencies revealed that millions of pesos allocated for flood management in Cebu were either misused or not fully completed. Because of this, drainage system remain broken, waterways are not dredged, and flood barriers are properly corrected. In 1 year alone, tens of thousands of residents experienced severe flooding due to this unfinished of low quality protects. These facts show that corruption leads to weak instruction, making communities more vulnerable during storm when public funds are not spent correctly. Argumentative text. Title: Strengthening Flood Control to Protect Lives and Communities. Flooding is a serious problem that affects many communities every year, causing damage to homes, loss of livelihood, and danger to human life. While natural factors such as heavy rainfall cannot be avoided, argumentative text. Title: Strengthening Flood Control to Protect Lives and Communities. Flooding is a serious problem that affects among communities every year, causing damage to homes, loss of livelihood, and danger to human life. While natural factors such as heavy rainfall control be avoided, the several impact of flood is often the result of poor planning and weak flood control system. For this reason, improving flood control pressure is essential to ensure the safety and well-being of communities. Effective flood control requires proper infiltration and responsible human actors. The government plays a crucial role by building and maintaining drainage system, flood barriers, and well-planned urban areas. At the same time, people must help by disposing of waste properly and protecting the environment when drainage systems are damaged. With garbage and trees are cut down, water cannot flow freely, making floods more destructive. This is my campaign, titled A Plea Against Corruption to Whom It May Concern. I write the letter with deep concern over the rampant corruption that continues to plague our situation. Corruption is all its forms. Steal not only treasure, but also trust, painless, and hope from our society. It's allow the powerful to benefit at the expense of the many living ordinary citizens struggling while dishonesty thrives. We see it delay because services misuse, funds and disease use made for personals again rather than public guide each act of corruption weakens our communities and undermine the rule of law. We demand accountability, transparency, and justice. Those who exploit their position must be important to prevent further abuse. Our nation deserves leaders and systems that prioritize honestly, enterprising, and the welfare of the people. Corruption is not just a crime against the state, it is a crime against every citizen's dignity and future. We cannot stay silent while our society suffers. The time to act is now. Literal statement about corruption. What corruption actually is the real. Number 1. Government officials steal public funds meant for social and hospital. Number 2. Bribes are given to speed up business permits or avoid penalties. Number 3. Politicians manipulate electric result today in power. Number 4. Companies facilitate records to evade taxes of regulation. Number 5. Public projects are awarded to construct shores not because merit but because of personal collection. Figurative statement about corruption. Number 1. Corruption is a cancer that eats away at the heart of society. Number 2. Bribery is a dark shadow that blocks the light of justice. Number 3. Dishonesty is the theft that steals the people first. 4. Corruption is a polluted river poisoning the future of our nation. Number 5. Greed is the life that burns the bridge of the fairness and equality. Vocabulary. Why students should limit their screen time. Many students spend much time using their phones, tablets, and computer. They use this device for social media, games, and videos, even after school hours. While technology is harmful, too much screen time can cause problems from student health and learning. The issue is important because it affects how students grow and perform in school. Excessive screen time can harm students in many ways. Staring at screen for long hours can cause eye strain, headaches, and poor sleep. It also reduces physical activity, making students fat, tired, and lazy. In shock, no much phone use can distract students from their lesson and lower the academic performance. Student parents and schools should work together to limit screen time. Students can set time limits for using gadgets and spend more time reading or exercising. Parents should guide their children and set rules at home. School can also encourage activities that do not require screen. By controlling screen time. Students can live leisure and more productive lives.